All right, welcome everybody to my new sensitivity settings guide for PUBG. The game went free to play today, January 12th, 2022, and I figured it was time to update my settings video to help new players figure out their sensitivity settings. So, sensitivities settings in this game are a very personal thing. You can't really just copy any one person's um, settings because it just won't work properly because one person can have their sensitivity settings really high, one person can have them really low, and they just work for that person, but they won't work for you. So what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to come into either this warehouse there or this warehouse here. Okay, so if you want to open up your map, you zoom in here, the firearms section right here. Okay, so it's here and here. Okay, so you come in, you want to come over here, you want to grab one of each scope under 6 times for now. Okay, and we'll grab a red dot. Okay, we got a 6 times, 4 times, 3 times, a 2 times, and a red dot. Okay, then we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna grab. You're gonna grab a couple guns. So I'm gonna grab the barrel, 76 M762. Right? And I'm gonna grab this guy. All right. Now that we got our two guns, we're gonna want to go and get some attachments for them. So you're gonna grab some grips. You're gonna want to grab some extended mags for them. Okay, extended mags. And I prefer the vertical grip personally. Other people have their own preferences for grips. I had to turn down um my volume because it is absolute chaos here. You're gonna want to get out of this section ASAP because it is straight chaos. All right, and then you want to go and pick up ammo right here. All right, so ammo like that. Oops, gonna throw on. Where's the 762? All right. All right, so then we got some ammo. We're going to head back out and we're going to head down to the brand new shooting ranges that they just brought in with this update. We're going to take a vehicle and head on down there now. So the shooting ranges are these bunkers with the green doors, okay? Just head in, warning. Now that we're in here, now it's quiet. We're going to want to go to our setting. All right? You hold start. You have to hold it. You can't tap it, you have to hold it, okay? Come in here. Move my head out of the way, okay? The first thing that you do is you go to the vertical sensitivity multiplier. I've got mine set at 65. That's a little bit on the lower end. I wouldn't recommend having it above 80 though if you're a new player. Although if you're an experienced player, I would recommend dropping it down below what you have it at if you got it set at 100. I would recommend dropping it somewhere around 70-ish. It just helps you control the vertical recoil of the guns easier, and it really helped me maintain control of some of the higher recoil weapons like the barrel and the AK when I changed that setting. So that's one thing you're going to want to change first before you change anything else. Because if you don't change that, it's going to mess with all your other settings later on. General sensitivities is free look, so that's not really going to impact the aiming of the gun. Aim acceleration, you're going to want to disable that. All right. Over the shoulder aiming sensitivity. That's not going to be really relevant to this video, although that is this aiming right here. Okay. So the difference between this is over the shoulder and this is ADS, okay? So this is me holding left bumper with type B, and this is me holding left trigger, okay? See the difference? Over the shoulder and aiming, all right? So that's what that sensitivity here is for, all right? Now these are my settings, all right? So you can start here. This might be a good place for you to start with your sensitivity settings. Um, However, some people have them drastically different than mine. All right. So, what you're going to want to do with each sensitivity, with each scope, is you're going to want to pull it up on the um, target, and you're going to want to try and keep your bullet pattern as tight as possible. All right, when you shoot it. So we're going to reset this, reload the gun. So we're going to try to keep it as close to the center as possible. So we hit 24 bullseyes and 17 in the second ring and 1 in the third ring. But 1 in the third ring, there's 2 pretty close. But all of those are going to hit the target. And I was standing back here. So, I mean, that's pretty good. That's with my 2 times. Now, if that was, say, sporadic and more like way out here, I would have to say that you'd want to lower your sensitivity until it was closer. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So let's go and up my sensitivity. It was at 7.5. But let's say it was at 12.5. See how it's all the finer movements, because the sensitivity is so high, my finer movements make bigger adjustments. So you want to make it so that the finer movements don't make as big of adjustments unless you're able to control those finer movements. I am not. So I want those finer movements to be down here. And obviously you're not going to make a jump from 12.5 to 7.5. That's just where I'm at because I know where it is. So you're going to make smaller adjustments until you get down to the point where you can control the recoil and you can still move the gun fast enough to track someone running. Now you can see someone running over there. So I can track him just fine from here. Can we jump over this thing? Ah, they won't even let us jump over. Oh, that's pretty lame. Okay, well, it's pretty easy to track him from this distance, but up close, sometimes they get a little close and it's hard to track them up here. But I'm still pretty comfortable with where it's at. So I move on at this point to the next site. All right. So that's what you want to do. You want to go through, you want to adjust every single sensitivity up and down so that you can get a tight, consistent bullet spread and so that you are able to track people with the gun. So you have a happy medium in between those two. You have to be able to shoot, but you also have to be able to track. So that is the objective of this goal for you guys. Not just be able to come in here and copy my settings, but be able to come in here, maybe take my settings as a template and be able to make your own settings and adjust from there and be able to take this and, um, you know, grow from it so that you can actually be able to shoot the gun yourself. The best way to actually be able to learn how to use the guns is to come into training mode, shoot at some targets, shoot at the wall, see how tight of a bullet spread you can get like that. Like that is, I mean, that person's dead. If there's a person there, they're done. Um, and then go into arcade mode and just shoot at people and get a feel for the guns. That's how you guys are going to get used to the game so that you guys aren't dying off the hop every single time. PUBG has a dramatic learning curve. PUBG has tried to implement some of these things into the game to try and help people learn how to play the game, so that you don't have to do what I had to do when the game first came out, which is just drop at school, um, and hot drop every time, so that you could learn how to play the game by dying. Um, they've given some pretty good resources to be able to help you out. So I hope that this was a helpful video, a resourceful video for you guys, so you guys can learn how to set up your sensitivities. Um, and if it was, leave a like. If you have any questions, leave a comment, subscribe, and if you're interested in watching any of the live streams, joining in on any games, I'd love to have you. Love to help show you some of the ropes. Um, I am live generally on Facebook, gaming, um, 11 to 2 Eastern time. That's AM and AM to PM, and then 8 to 12 PM again Eastern time. Most days of the week. Some days I am busy. So if you are interested, please stop by, give me a follow there as well. Would very much appreciate it. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you guys have a great day.